Good evening, friends. तुमच्या स्वागताने मी फार आनंदित झालो. आभारी आहे. Having travelled with Mr. Zave and Mr. Praful since yesterday, I landed in Pune. When I landed in Pune yesterday morning, the airport, Mr. Zave sir received me. We went to the Pune branch, then we went to Satara. We drove to the entire interior of Maharashtra, and then this morning we were at Dhule and now here at Jalgaon. I've got a complete flavor of Maharashtra, including Marathi. My good friend Praful speaks so nicely in Marathi. I told him, why don't you speak in Marathi? Of course, it's really nice. What I like in Maharashtra is the love and affection of the members. Wherever I've gone, the kind of love and affection I've seen, the warmth, the hospitality, the commitment. Hats off to all of you. I'm very happy that I've taken this opportunity to be amongst all of you, and I'm really delighted to meet all the members in all the branches. And I feel happy that as the Vice President of the Institute, our members at various locations are contributing so much for the cause of the profession, and my compliments to each one of you present here. Friends, having said this, I would like to compliment our young and dynamic chairman, Parikshit. I saw him this morning at Dhule. He was kind enough to invite me this morning and said, Mr. Raghuji, we are expecting you. I said, fine. And then I was so happy to see the kind of infrastructure that has been created, as Nilesh very rightly said, state of the art. I have travelled to many branches across the country. I think very few branches have such modern infrastructure. And I would like to compliment Mr. Parikshit and his entire team for the good work they are doing. In fact, just before we came into this auditorium, we were sitting in the boardroom and going through the activity report of the branch, the kind of CP programs they are doing for the members, activities for the students. Yes, the branch managing committee is doing an excellent job, and I would like to compliment the entire team for the good job they are doing. Mr. Manoj Fadnis is not here. He was kind enough to join us. Mr. Praful Chajit, as Nilesh said, new addition to the council, another diamond in the crown of ICA, committed for the cause of the profession, putting in a lot of effort, served in the regional council, and today as a central council member, driving various initiatives. Currently he is in the executive committee along with me. He is very fortunate, I can say, because in the first year of the council, he is a member of the executive committee along with the president and vice president. I had the same fortune 6 years back when I recollect. I was also in the executive committee. In the executive committee, what happens is that president, vice president, and one member from each region are there. You get to know the entire functioning of the institute, how the entire activities of the institute take place, and you get an opportunity to get to know the president, vice president better. And Praful has been extremely lucky, I can say, to be a part of the executive committee in the very first year. I can only say that yes, I wish him all the best. I'm sure he'll be committed, he'll work hard, and I'm sure in the coming years we can see him as the president of the institute. Zavre sir is so popular. I don't think I can add anything to whatever our earlier speakers have said, but he's a very fine gentleman, bubbling with enthusiasm. In spite of his seniority, the kind of enthusiasm what he had, I always says, Zavre sir, I just pray God that even I have the same enthusiasm at your age. The kind of love, affection he shows, the meticulous planning, the entire program, the way Mr. Zavre sir has planned for us to travel from Pune to Nanded tomorrow, extremely good at his planning, committed, and he's so popular among the students. Wherever I go, Pune, Satara, he has so many students surrounding him, and he has really contributed a lot to the profession, doing a great job to the council. And you can see Zavre sir in a lot more, what do you say, he'll be leading us in a lot more areas. We are sure he'll do a good job for the profession. Nilesh ji, of course, his main program was to come to his father-in-law's house today. He came along with his wife to Dhule, and we had the opportunity of meeting his in-laws also. Again, a very fine council member, committed for the cause of the profession, takes a lead in all the groups. Currently, he is heading the Financial Reporting Review Board. doing an excellent job, Nilesh. Chairman, Mangesh Kinare, most happening region in the entire country. Western region is doing a great job. And what I really, I was also the chairman of the southern region. I also traveled to so many branches. But whenever Mangesh Kinare is there, he has a team of 10 to 12 members going along with him in his convoy. And believe it or not, the kind of fun what we have had traveling together was very good. Yesterday night, Zavre sir was saying, we were all drenched in the rain. Pune was raining heavily, and we couldn't take the train from Pune. We had to go to one more station after Pune, and there was no, in the platform there was no literally we were all drenched. We were carrying those suitcases, and all of us, the chairman, the entire team, all of us boarded, running. And they said the train will stop for 1 minute, and Praful said, please ensure that the vice president gets in first. So I was very much conscious, yes, my presence is required, president also is not coming. So Praful ensured that I get in, and then he said, even if he misses, he can come by car, but he wanted me to get in. That's the kind of love and affection our good friends have. And Kaushal, secretary. Friends, we have to leave by 5:45. That's the deadline. Zavre sir has told me. I am very happy to have dedicated the e-library, which I am sure will be beneficial to the members. And as the branch chairman, every chairman would like to do his best. I still recollect when I was the chairman of the Bangalore branch, we had about 2,000 members, 2006, 2007. Today we have almost 10,000 members in Bangalore. I am sure Jalgaon branch also will do extremely well for the benefit of the members. And when we talk about Maharashtra, one more thing which I forgot is Maharashtra is famous for poha, right? And batata vada. I tasted both of them. Very nice. Of course, in down south in Bangalore, you just get idli, vada, dosa. We don't get poha and batata vada, and for us it's a good change. Friends, as I told you, it's a 2020 match now. I'll quickly give you some thoughts of mine. To begin with, CA students. All of you, about 70 of you are there, that's what the chairman said. I can just tell you 8 things which I thought I should share with all of you. Our examination system is the best in the world. The kind of recognition what we have got, we have tried to support various other institutes in setting up their examination system. We have had various other accounting regulators. So you can be assured that yes, if you have faced the CA examination, if you have gone through the entire into IPCC final, you have achieved a lot in life. But only thing is, yes, it's a very tough examination. You need to put in a lot of hard work. You can't take the course casually. You need to put in hard work means hard work. And all of us have done that, and we expect you to do that. Expecting the CA papers to be easy, I think it's a dream. Don't expect the CA papers to be easy. It will be tough. It will continue to be tough. Okay? Because the profession is looked upon with great respect. Today, what is happening, friends, is that we have 2,25,000 chartered accountants. There is a requirement of more than 5 lakh CAs. But we want to pass the best students only. So we would like to ensure that we would identify the good talent who are entering joining the CA examinations, and only students who do their examinations well, can pass this examination. My only request to you is remove the fear factor in your mind. One major thing which I see is among the students after joining the CA course, let us say they write their exam, they fail once, they get into a fear mode. Oh, it's very tough. Absolutely, there's nothing for you to get into a fear mode. In a question paper, you have easy questions, you have tough questions, questions where you feel you can go halfway through and you can stop. You should be smart enough in the 15 minutes time given to you, find out which are the easy questions, attempt them first, then go to the next other bucket of questions that are not very easy, then go to the tough questions at the last. But generally what happens, all the students do it in the chronological order, in the same sequence in which the paper is set. And let me tell you, let me give you a hint, the first question will be a very tough question. I think all of you have seen that. So many students start writing the first question, they get stuck, 1 hour is gone, they find there's no breakthrough, and they want to leave the hall. Many of them leave the hall. In fact, in the examination committee, when we see the papers, we have students who have just written one paper, the entire booklet is blank. So what my request to you is that use this 15 minutes time given to you to identify the easy questions, the tough questions, plan your examination such as writing the examination, you are able to attend the paper well. Then please use the study materials, suggested answers, revision test papers and e-learning courses. Because today we find that the increasing trend of students joining the coaching classes, the coaching notes are not adequate. If you feel that you can pass the CA examinations just with your coaching notes, you will not be able to pass. I know many coaching institutes tell the students there is no need for you to use the study material, you please read this coaching notes, that is something that is not sufficient. My request to you is that please ensure that you read the study material. Then articleship training, take it very seriously. You might be in a small place like, small place, but nevertheless, Jalgaon, we know there are a lot of CS, 400 CS are there. Whatever practical training you are undergoing is very important, critical. Please ensure that you do it seriously. And we are having a problem where many students take the articleship training very lightly. In fact, in certain parts of the country, we find that articleship training doesn't happen at all. They just register with the CA and don't even attend the training program. But yes, if you do this, when you go for a campus interviews, you will be exposed. In the campus interviews, when the top corporate executives speak to us, they say, Mr. Raghu, the quality of the CAs are not very good. We find that they don't have practical exposure. Quality is a concern for us now. The young CAs who are coming out of the CA course, we need to have high quality CAs. Please ensure that you do your articleship training. It might be a very small form, don't bother. Your job is to see that you learn everything, whatever is there in your office. Participate in the GMCS properly. Communication skills are very essential. Today, you might become a CA, you might get into a good job, but if you don't have good communication skills, you will not be able to progress in your career. You need to be smart, you need to have good leadership skills, you need to have good team building skills. You need to take everyone along with you, and if you do not have all this, you will not be successful. So please ensure that you take your GMCS seriously. Just don't think institute has introduced this as a nuisance. We have to attend for 15 days. Please don't consider it that way. Just see what best you can learn from the GMCS. Technology training, yes, very important. Today we are in a technology era, and if you do not know the latest in technology, you will not be able to audit in the new environments, either a CBS environment or a cloud computing environment or a ERP environment. Please take your technology training seriously, because today everything is happening electronic. Your income tax return, your service tax return, your TDS return, everything is happening electronic, and you need to know the latest in technology, and you are the people who will be, leading the profession way forward, and it's essential for you to have the knowledge of latest technology. That's for the students. Then for the members, 10 things for the members. First is Financial Reporting Review Board. Since we have the chairman, Nilesh, you come say here. The Financial Reporting Review Board of the Institute does a review of the financial statements of various top listed companies. We do select at random certain companies to ensure whether the companies are compliant with accounting standards, whether the auditors are compliant with auditing standards. My only request to you is that if you are the auditor of listed companies or the auditor of large size companies, please ensure that you do a high quality work. Today, quality is very important, and we at the Financial Reporting Review Board, when we come across some deficiencies in the way the test function has been performed, we refer the matter to the disciplinary committee. So I would request you to please ensure that way forward more and more companies would we'll be going for financial review. In a country like Japan, all the listed companies are compulsorily reviewed by the Japanese Institute of Certified Public Accountant. Of course, Japan is a very small country. They have a very few, maybe about 4,000 listed companies, but every balance sheet of companies is verified by a team of technical reviewers. But India is a large country, we have a lot of listed companies, we are not in a position to do that. But yes, Nilesh is trying his best to see how best we can have more and more companies reviewed by the technical reviewers. Peer review, in case your firm has been peer reviewed and you have finished the 3-year cycle, you will have to go for another round of peer review. Peer review is very important. If you are the auditors of listed companies, it is mandatory. But our experience is that whenever a firm has been selected for peer review, there is no response on the mail. When our peer review board calls up, the member disconnects the phone. My only request to you is that take peer review positively. Our intention is to see that you are able to improve the quality of your professional work. We will ensure that you have built in the right kind of audit documentation. My only request to you is that if your firm is selected for peer review, don't bother. You just see that you go through the peer review process. Number 3, audit quality. Quality of tax audits, quality of bank branch audits, quality of company audit. This is a concern for us currently. The council is debating very frequently. We are interacting with the regulators. My only request to all the members present here is that whenever they are carrying out the tax audit assignments or bank branch audits, please ensure that you give the best of your quality, because today regulators are asking us, questioning us, and it's absolutely essential for you to keep audit quality in mind. Ethical standards. Chartered accountants sign in more than 45 tax audits. We have chartered accountants advertising Going out of the ethical code, it's essential for the members to keep in mind that ethical standards are very important, and if the profession has to move forward, you need to follow the ethical framework of the institute. IFRS, Zaved Sahab has already said 2015, but there's no choice. 2016 or 2017 will be applicable to all companies. It is essential for you to learn these new standards. Certification courses on IFRS are already there. You can go to Bombay or any other location close to you and take part of this IFRS. On XBRL, today most of the top companies are doing filings on XBRL. Of course, Jalgaon, many CS might not be doing XBRL filings, but yes, you need to know what XBRL is, because way forward all the companies will have to do their filings on XBRL. Specialization is now set in. Today, we have chartered accountants specializing in international taxation, IFRS, technology consulting. We have chartered accountants specializing in various like valuation, arbitration. A lot of certification courses are there. I request members to please see that they will take up certification courses. Companies Act, Neeraj Vikamsi has already talked about. Rotation of auditors will issue, number of auditors for each chartered accountant will issue. We are trying to see how best we are able to represent the ministry to see that the cap of 20 audits when it is there. Private limited companies and 1% companies are out of that. When it comes to audit rotation also, we have said that audit rotation should be prospective and should be restricted to maybe top 1,000 companies in the country. And National Financial Reporting Authority is also coming, which I am sure we will be able to work with them. And as far as the technology initiatives is concerned, yes, e-learning is there, webcasts are there, ICT is there. You will shortly have a knowledge management portal where all the knowledge resources of the institute will be available at the click of a button. Lastly, infrastructure development. We will be going full throttle. We will be setting up more than 100 reading halls across the country. This is one initiative which I have taken this year. I am happy to inform you we already set up about 30 reading halls, and the chairman has requested us to support us in creating another reading facility. I can assure the chairman that we will definitely support Jalgaon branch to set up a new reading facility for the members, or for the students who would like to come to the reading hall, not able to come to this place. We will definitely support you. And coming to the 5 suggestions to all of you, my only request to you is all of us are small and medium practitioners. What is very important is that we need to have a good office. When we go around the profession, when we meet chartered accountants during our campaign, during the election, one thing we find that our members have not invested in good infrastructure. And my only request to each one of you present here is, yes, when you have a plan to invest, rather than investing in some other asset, I think you need to have a good infrastructure, a good smart office. It will make a big difference for you, for your clients, for your staff. I would request you to please go in for good infrastructure. Number 2, mergers. If you want to get into some new areas of practice and do not have the experience, you can think of merging your firm with other firm, absolutely no problem. Mergers have been a big success in various cities. We find mergers have been a success. Networking, you need to network with CA firms across the country, maybe in Bombay, Delhi. If you sit here in Jalgaon and expect your practice to go, it will not grow. Let me be very clear about it. I have interacted with many CA firms, and firms that have network have grown fast. So expecting new clients to come in Jalgaon, expecting your business to grow, it will not happen. You need to network with CA firms, various CA firms across the country, and one good affiliation, one good networking will help you to see that you can be able to double your revenues. That's the assurance I can give to you. Already I told you, technology, very important, have the best of the software available. Our SMP committee provides a lot of software at the concessional rate. You need to see that what best are not there in your office, to see that you equip yourself. And finally, move away from traditional areas. Yes, audit taxation is required. I'm not telling you completely should move it, but yes, you should look for at one more vertical. Maybe a place like Jalgaon might not have scope for international taxation, might not have scope for IFRS, but there will be some opportunity for you where you can think of getting into this area. We have so many opportunities. Our professional development committee has come out with a booklet as to what are the professional opportunities, like knowledge courses, outsourcing, shared services. So many things are there. But only thing is, when you want to get into some new area, you should be willing, you should be ready to travel. I just met a chartered accountant this morning. I think when he came in this morning, he says, Mr. Raghu, I am into project finance. I operate in about 8 states. I think
yes,
Mr. Modi. So I was really very happy to meet him, and he says he's coming from a very small place like that is Dule, and he says, Mr. Raghu, I have clients in about 8 states, and I am completely into project funding. I was very much impressed. This is the approach what you need to have. You need to be ready to travel. You need to get into newer areas. That is a message for all of you. And of course, next year, my focus will be on the young generation. Today, out of 2,30,000 CS, 1,15,000 CS are below the age group of 35. This will be my target segment. We will continue to do the work, whatever we are doing, but the focus would be on the younger generation. The focus would be on the women members. Today about 30% of them are women members, and here Praful Chajit has done a lot of work, try to conduct a lot of events for the women members, try to capture many of their concerns, because what we find is the moment a girl passes her CA, first 5 years she's into a good job, she gets a good pay packet. The moment she gets married, she's stuck. So the next 10 years is a big challenge for her. She has to manage her kids, she has to manage her family members at home. So that is when she gets off the profession, and then she feels totally unhappy that she's not able to pursue her professional career. So what we have decided is we want to help this segment. It's a big segment, and in a country like India, about 30% of the total 220,000, about 40-45,000 women are there. We want to help them to see how best they get engaged, even when they are having commitments at home. So we want to have a portal where women who are ready to work on a flexi-hour basis, let us say you're a practicing CEO, you're a chartered accountant, you're ready to work from 11 to 4 or 12 to 4, we will come out with a portal where you can register, and we will tell all the member firms across the country that here is a portal where we have our members of our profession are ready to work on a flexi basis. In case you are interested, you can please get in touch with them, and sort of we want to do a facilitation, matchmaking between the women who are ready to work on a flexi basis and the CA firms. This is for the women CAs. And number 3 is I would like to focus on creating more opportunities for chartered accountants abroad. Today, you go to the Gulf region like Dubai, Abu Dhabi, plenty of 3 times. Today, an average Indian salary for a CA in India is about 6 lakhs. You go to Dubai, it's about 18 to 20 lakhs. You go to Australia, it's 1 lakh US dollars. So we find that chartered accountants can have good care, especially for the young CAs. We want to see how best they can migrate to other countries and get into attractive job opportunities. So we will try to see, we will empower them, we will come out with welcome packs for different countries. They will be able to download, know what is the requirement of each country, what is the visa requirements, what are the reciprocal arrangements we have made, so that they are able to go through everything and pack their bag and leave to that country. And finally, friends, I can only tell you is that the institute can grow from strength to strength only with your participation. I only request each one of you present here, yes, I know that all the Jalgaons here are very successful in their practices, but how best you have contributed to the profession is something you need to introspect. In case you decide, yes, let me also contribute something, the time has come for me to contribute, please go up to your branch chairman, any of the regional council members, central council members, and you can volunteer, you can write articles in the journal, you could be a peer reviewer, you could be a technical reviewer, you could be a faculty member at our coaching classes, you could handle sessions at the GMCS. So many opportunities are there. You just need to move forward, come up and say, yes, I am ready to work, and we'll be very happy to involve you in activities of the institute. Finally, I look forward for all your suggestions. vicepresident.org is my email ID, and for all the young friends there, I am also on Facebook. You have any concerns, any suggestions, you can just, I know because you will not be able, you are all on Facebook 24/7, right? So you can post a message to me. You can just type K Raghu and I am there on Facebook, and you can post all your messages. I'll be very happy to sort of, whenever I find time, I do go through the post, and I'll be very happy to respond to you. And finally, friends, it's been a great delight, a great joy for me being here. It's a homely atmosphere, and Jalgaon branch is kind enough to invite us. And I thank the entire managing committee for the hospitality they extended to us, and good luck to all of you. Thank you very much.
It was really a pleasure for everybody present over here to listen to you.